What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here from All Things Sports, bringing you another brand new video, and today I have a new kit day for you, so let's get into it. Alright guys, before we begin, you know the drill. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, take care of those three things. Really does help the channel out. Please watch the entire video, and let's get into this brand new review. I was sent some brand new cycling kit. This is from a brand called Lameda Cycling. I have worked with them in the past. It has been a while, and this time they reached out seeing if I'd be interested in reviewing 3 separate kits. So I was able to choose which ones I was interested in, and I'm gonna show them to you today. And I've actually tried one of them out already on a ride, so I want to give you my review and thoughts on this cycling kit. I'll tell you a little bit about each one because they are slightly different. The first pair here is called the basic bib short. So this one is green in color. For all 3 of these items, I went for a size large, and based off my other cycling kit, these measurements were in line with the kit I wear. So I went with a size large. I'm 5'7" and about 163 to 165 pounds. These are the basic bib shorts. So this is their blue/green color. So the cuff of the leg is a separate stitch. There is these rubber elements on the underside of the leg to keep the kit in place. You have a really nice padded chamois here underneath, as you can see right there. So the chamois is built into the shorts, and of course you have the bib straps, and these ones are a little bit unique. You've got 2 individual straps on the front, pretty standard. The front will come up a little bit high, a little bit higher than your waistline. I like the thickness of the straps. They feel like they're a nice material, but they stitch the 2 together at the back instead of one piece of material, you know, branching into 2 straps. The other thing with this one is there are pockets on the side. So if you want to throw in like a gel or something like that, you actually have some pockets on the side of this one. Again, this is their basic bib type, so this is a good option. The next one, actually the next 2 bib shorts are part of their Pro line. Okay, so these ones are more expensive, and these are more in line with a performance fit. This is the Pro line, so these are supposed to be a higher end product. So the first one here is in this khaki color. Again, a little bit different than traditional black, which is why I like it. You have a very similar front end to the other one. So the straps in the front are the same, but you can see they have a piece of material at the back. So the straps meet here. You've got one piece of this light breathable mesh at the back that attaches to the back of the bib shorts. The cuffs are similar as well. You got these light cuffs with these grip elements on the inside of the cuff, which I like. Not too many seams. You have the seams around the chamois, but the seams are nicely blended into the side of the leg. There are no pockets on these ones. You have 2 sort of reflective elements on the outside of the leg and a little logo here. And you have a unique color on this one. You have the cuffs that are in black, and the back of the shorts are black, different than that khaki sort of coloring everywhere else. Again, these are the Pro-based model, so slightly different. These ones, again, part of their Pro line. Very similar to the khaki shorts I just showed you, but there are a couple of slight differences. So these ones have 2 individual straps that cross at the back. So they're not attached at all. You have 2 completely independent bib straps that go up and over your shoulders, and they cross at the back to make like an X, and they're attached individually there. So interesting design here. I'm interested to see how that feels. Most of this is very similar to the khaki shorts. Again, it's their Pro line, so the chamois is, you know, again, it feels of the same sort of quality as the khaki shorts that I just showed you. Not too many seams, but this one has a sort of one-piece short design, so you don't have like a separate leg cuff here with a stitching line that defines where the end of the cuff is. This one's kind of like one piece, but you still have the rubber grip, the exact same rubber grip elements on the inside to keep the shorts from sliding up or moving in place. So the first one here is kind of this, they call it khaki. It's a very light gray. It's not white, but it's a light gray. It has really nice sleeves, some stitching down the side. This is very similar to a basic jersey. 3 pockets at the back, which is perfect. Sort of elastic around the waistband there, zipper up the front. The next jersey is the Pro jersey. So this one has a slightly different feel and a slightly different cut. So the material straight away, you can tell it's a little bit more of a lightweight material than the one I just showed you. The sleeves, you can tell just by holding it, the sleeves come down a little bit longer, and you'll see it when I try it on. The pockets are a little bit more streamlined and kind of built into the back. Again, you have just 3 pockets, just like the other jersey, no zipper pockets, but they're a little bit tighter and a little bit sort of, again, just closer fitting to the jersey. This one has almost like that aerodynamic look and material to the sleeves. There is a little bit of grip just on the edge of the sleeve. It's not like the shorts, but there's just ever so slightly a bit of texture at the edge of the sleeves to keep them in place. It does have a shorter front, okay, so the front is a little bit shorter than the back, so when you're in that racing position on the bike, it just fits a little bit better and you don't have the zipper bunching up on the front. So that is the Pro jersey. It's kind of like this sky ocean blue color. And then the last jersey, slightly different feel. This one again is really lightweight. You just don't have the texturing on the sleeves the same way you do as the Pro, but the waistband is the same. You've got a really lightweight material with some perforations down the back actually where the spine is. So very slight perforations there. 3 pockets at the back again. They're not as streamlined as the Pro jersey and they're very similar to the first jersey I showed you, but this one has the same elastic waistband as the Pro. So somewhere in the middle, it doesn't have the same texture on the sleeves, but they are still a longer fitting sleeve, which looks quite nice. We're gonna show you them very, very quickly. We'll try them on and then I'll tell you about how they fit and feel and how they ride. All right guys, so just a quick look at the first kit. I have to say it fits really, really well. This is the Pro kit, so it's a little bit tighter of a fit overall. You can see the sleeves come down a little bit longer. Similar sleeve design to the blue Pro jersey, but it doesn't have that kind of arrow looking texture to the sleeves as the blue jersey, but everything else is very familiar. You've got your 3 pockets at the back. The Pro Fit shorts are really nice, very streamlined. There's no seams that get in the way. Chamois fits well. The straps are a little bit more difficult because they're completely separate straps. These ones are a little bit more difficult to get on, but once they're on, they fit comfortably. And again, I like the way the straps are nice and wide. They go over the shoulders, cross at the back, and meet down at the bottom. They're just a little bit more finicky to get on because you have to make sure they're in the right spot. Let's get into kit number 2. All right guys, here's a quick look at kit number 2. This is the Pro jersey with the basic bib shorts. To be very honest with you, from just trying the 2 on, I really can't tell much of a difference between the fit of the shorts, the basic shorts, versus the Pro shorts. They're ever so slightly looser. The other ones are a little bit more streamlined is the best word to call them. They have a really nice fit throughout, ever so slightly more compression compared to the basic shorts. But to be very honest, these feel just as high quality as the Pro shorts that I wore. This is the Pro jersey. So this one is noticeably a little bit snug. It's very similar to the first jersey. You just have the added sort of arrow details on the sleeve, and the front is a little bit shorter than the jersey I just tried on. So overall, this one is definitely a little bit of a more, lighter material, a fancier fabric. It's a little bit shorter in the front, a little bit longer in the back. You still have the 3 pockets, but the pockets are really quite tight to the jersey. You can still fit everything you need to in them. Just know that it's a very race-focused jersey. And the first one that I tried on is kind of in the middle. So it's race-focused in some ways, just doesn't have that arrow detail. In all other areas, I would say it's very similar to this Pro jersey. So those 2 jerseys are a little bit fancier than the last one that I'm going to try on. Again, these are the basic shorts, the ones with the pocket. So for a long sort of, maybe you're on off-road or a long day in the saddle on some sort of long epic distance ride, it's actually kind of nice to have the pockets on the side. Very easy spot for like a gel or something like that. I don't have any bib shorts with pockets in the side, so this is new for me. It's interesting, but I can totally see the purpose behind them. If you're in a, on a long epic ride and you need to carry extra stuff with you, that would fit really well. So I have to say, I'm really impressed with the quality of the first 2. Even between the Pro and the basic, they don't feel all that different. Ever so slightly more compression in the Pro, but the fit and the materials feel really high quality. So let's try on kit number 3. Finally, here's kit number 3. Again, shorts feel super high quality. I'm really impressed with them. These are the Pro level shorts once again. So very similar material and feeling compared to the first shorts I tried on. The only difference is between these and the green ones is the black cuff around the leg is a separate stitch line. So the green ones have that one-piece design similar to like my Attacker race shorts. These ones have the same fit throughout, just that added sort of cuff along the leg with the rubber grip elements to keep the leg from moving and staying in place. So that's good. But other than that, there's very little difference. The straps are slightly different on all 3. These ones are definitely my favorite design, but again, I'm just sort of nitpicking here. These are the ones where you have 2 individual straps in the front and they meet at the back with that mesh liner down the back. So it fits really easily, and they're probably the easiest to get on compared to the completely individual straps. But again, the quality of these are really impressive. I'm honestly genuinely quite impressed. Between all 3 shorts, The blue ones are definitely, the ones with the pockets are definitely the most relaxed fitting shorts, but comparing, you know, all three of them feel really high quality. They have a race kind of fit, which I like, and I really am impressed with the materials and the overall feeling of the chamois and everything involved, including the width of the straps. Everything fits really, really well and is very comfortable. This jersey is definitely the most basic of the three. So that's not a bad thing. You can tell it's just the most basic material. It's not as fancy of a fabric as the other two. The sleeves aren't as tight, and they're just, I would say, ever so slightly shorter, just because the other ones have that kind of race cut, so I would say there's probably another half an inch or so to the length of the sleeves. These ones do not have any kind of grippy elements around the cuff of the sleeve. The other ones are very tight. They taper towards the end of the sleeve, and they have those rubber elements. And this one is just the most basic of the three. You can tell in the feel of the material. The other ones are a little bit fancier, a little bit more lightweight. This one is the most basic, but again, it fits well. I like that the sleeves are long, they're not short, so the sleeves are long enough. It fits really well. You have access to your three pockets, and it's a nice, lightweight, breathable material. It's just not as fancy of a material or as lightweight a material as the other two, so it's just something to keep in mind, but it's not a bad thing at all. It fits really, really well, and overall, I am very impressed with all three of the kits that I was sent, so thank you to Lameda Cycling. So that's pretty much it for the try-on portion of the video. I have already gone for a ride in the khaki shorts with the basic jersey, and I have to tell you, I was very impressed with these kits. If you are interested in checking out this kit, you can go on to the first link down below in the description. It is a link to their website, and I have a discount code for you. So if you're interested, you get 15% off your order if you use the discount code ATSMike. ATS standing for all things sports. So ATS Mike will get you 15% off. If you use that link down below, you'll also be using a referral link, which will help the channel out. So thank you guys if you're interested. I'd highly recommend it. You can get a discount off your order. So check them out. They are a really good quality kit. Look at the Pro line if you're interested in sort of a race performance fit. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how good the quality is. So that's pretty much it for the review portion of the video. Thank you guys for stopping by. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.